But yeah, all things aside, in the end of the day, I think there's still definitely a gap um, in terms of level between me and Coco and other players of her caliber. I think it's great for me to learn. Obviously, facing a player like Coco is something people like would.
Alex Ayala has finally said what many people in the tennis world have been quietly thinking for a long time. She stepped forward, faced the cameras, and spoke openly. She did not hold back. She did not soften her words. She made her position clear for everyone to hear. In her view, based on her own experience competing at the highest level, Coco Gauff is not just a great player. She is not simply among the best. According to Ayala, Coco Gauff is the best player on the entire WTA Tour. Yes, even better than the current world number one, Aryna Sabalenka. After losing her match to Coco Gauff, Alex Ayala did not avoid the media. She did not blame conditions, injuries, or bad luck. Instead, she spoke honestly and directly. What she said surprised many people. She openly admitted that there's a huge difference between her current level and the level at which Coco competes. She said it clearly and confidently. Coco is far ahead. But that was not the most striking part. Ayala went even further. She explained that right now, there's no greater opportunity in her career than stepping onto the court to face Coco Gauff in a major competition. Think about that. Most athletes, after a difficult loss, focus on what they need to improve. They talk about their own growth. Ayala took a different path. She described playing against Coco as a dream opportunity. She said it is the kind of chance any athlete would do anything to have. Those words matter. When a professional player says competing against someone feels like an honor, it tells you something important. It shows that Coco Gauff has reached a level where facing her is seen as a privilege. And when that kind of praise comes from someone who shares the court with her, it carries real weight. Something special is happening in women's tennis, and Coco Gauff is at the center of it.
Guys, for all the support. Super happy to be playing with Alex, and hopefully you guys can keep supporting us. And we don't like Team Coachella, so pick a new name.
Okay, so another name maybe. Another name. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Some people might ask if this is simply mutual respect between two competitors after a tough match. Of course, there is genuine respect between Ayala and Coco Gauff. That is normal in professional sports. But Ayala made it clear that her words go beyond simple admiration. She is making a bold statement about who she believes is truly the best player in the world. In her eyes, there is a clear line. On one side stands Coco Gauff. On the other side stands everyone else, including Aryna Sabalenka. And when you look closely, it is not difficult to understand why Ayala feels this way. When you share the court with Coco, when you see her preparation and compete against her directly, you begin to notice details that fans watching on television might miss. You see the discipline, you see the focus, you see the intelligence behind every decision she makes during a rally. Every shot has purpose. During the Australian Open, Ayala saw another side of Coco. She was not only there to compete, she also stepped into a mentoring role. Coco took time to guide Ayala, offering advice and sharing the knowledge she has gained from years of playing at the highest level of the sport. She broke down technical details, gave practical tips, and genuinely wanted to help Ayala improve. That says a lot. It shows maturity. It shows generosity. It shows leadership.
Thank you so much for all the support that you've been giving us this week, and hopefully in our next match, a lot of you will come out and watch.
Coco did not just offer general encouragement. She went deep into the technical side of the game. She explained the mechanics of the serve. She walked Ayala through the small but important differences between a decent serve and a truly powerful, reliable one. These are the kinds of details only a player with years of top-level experience can explain clearly. That is more than talent. That is leadership. That is character. And according to Alex Ayala, this combination of skill and personal integrity is what makes Coco Gauff not only the best player on the court, but also someone who stands out off the court. But Ayala is not the only one sharing this opinion. Another respected voice in tennis has spoken up as well. Former Grand Slam finalist and fan favorite Ons Jabeur has made some powerful statements about Coco Gauff that caught the attention of the entire tennis world. Ons Jabeur has faced the best of the best. She has played in multiple Grand Slam finals. She has competed against nearly every top-ranked player you can name. When someone with that level of experience speaks, people listen. Jabeur said that Coco Gauff is the most difficult opponent she has ever faced on the WTA Tour. Not one of the most difficult, not among the toughest, the most difficult. That is a strong statement, especially coming from a player with Jabeur's background and achievements. And she did not stop there.
Say she's an octopus, she doesn't, it gets every ball, she's always there, she doesn't give up, big serve, sometimes it's a bit annoying when someone is serving well. She can go anywhere to get any ball. I mean, she already won.
Ons Jabeur went even further in her assessment. She stated that even Aryna Sabalenka, the current world #1 and a dominant force in Grand Slam tournaments, does not match Coco's level when it comes to movement around the court. Jabeur offered a clear tactical analysis. She pointed out what she believes is a real weakness in Sabalenka's game. According to Jabeur, if you make Sabalenka move constantly and chase every ball, weaknesses begin to show. Over time, frustration sets in. We have all seen moments when Sabalenka's emotions become visible. The smashed rackets, the visible frustration, the reactions when points do not go her way. Jabeur believes this emotional response can be used strategically, and she says Coco Gauff does this better than anyone else on tour. Now, compare that to what Jabeur said about Coco. She described Coco's work rate as unmatched. Coco covers the court in a way very few players in the history of the sport have managed. She tracks down shots that look impossible. She can turn defense into offense in seconds. That speed and effort create constant pressure on her opponents. When a respected player like Ons Jabeur makes that comparison openly, it is not something the tennis world ignores. All of this praise is unfolding while Aryna Sabalenka sits at the top of the rankings as world #1. From her perspective, this cannot be comfortable. She has been dominant in major tournaments. She has earned her place at the top. Yet fellow players are openly saying that Coco Gauff operates at an even higher level. Imagine how that feels. You are ranked #1. You have won big matches. You have proven yourself on the biggest stages. But the players who compete against both you and your rival are saying your rival is better. That is not easy to hear. And considering Sabalenka's emotional intensity on the court, this situation could become even more heated as the season continues. Some critics may point out that Coco is still working toward collecting more Grand Slam titles. That is a fair comment. The major trophies have not come as frequently as many expected, given her immense talent. But here is the key point. Even with that in mind, the players who face her week after week still believe she is the best. They point to her skill, her movement, her mental toughness, her leadership, her heart. All of it leads them to the same conclusion that Alex Ayala bravely expressed in public. Coco Gauff is the best player in the world right now. The support is growing. More voices are joining the conversation. Whether Aryna Sabalenka agrees or not, the tennis community is starting to speak loudly and clearly. Alex Ayala began the discussion. Ons Jabeur strengthened it, and now fans everywhere are paying close attention. The era of Coco Gauff is not something in the future. It is happening right now, and players like Alex Ayala are making sure the world understands that. That wraps it up for today. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Do you agree with Ayala and Jabeur? Is Coco Gauff truly the best player in the world at this moment? Let us know what you think. We'll see you next time.